Welcome back to Politics as Usual, episode 80, the Jerry Rice episode. This will have nothing to do with Jerry Rice, but try to find a jersey number for every episode. Ronnie is here, Fee is here, I am here. Joe is still recovering from those 3 points he put up in that pickup game. No telling when he'll be. I mean, you know, niggas in their mid-30s now, man. You got to recover after that much physical activity. But what's going on, gentlemen?
Man on the DNP list, but yeah, we good. You know, we living. You know, Duke just won. Shout out to Duke. You know, Coach K last title. Shout out to Duke.
I don't know about y'all getting the title, but
yeah, I don't know about that either. But
who gonna be Duke?
I don't know. I ain't watched ever since Hubert Davis said that white wife shit. I done checked out of college basketball. Honestly, I don't even be watching. I don't have no reason to watch no more because I can't in my right mind like actively root for that nigga. Like I don't want UNC to fail, but I don't want him to succeed either.
Yeah, because to revisit that, it's odd because they're basically like Coach Davis. How do you feel about next season? It's like, yeah, let me tell you about my white wife. Like, nigga, who asked you that?
Like that was like, how do you feel about being the first black coach? I'm proud of that, but I'm also proud of my white wife. Nigga, what?
Like, who asked you that? But then you said it again.
Hey, nigga, double down on this take, bro.
Like nasty ass. Like nah, man. So yeah, I ain't been wild. Although in the women's tournament, what South Carolina did to Howard should have been goddamn illegal.
Hey, look. I wish I could have. I wish I seen that game before it started because the spread was like I think it was 41 or 44. I'm taking that in women's college basketball, bro. Like I bet UConn women, regardless of what the spread is, that bitch could be 60. I'm betting it because the disparity of talent between the top teams and the lesser teams in women's college basketball is so great, man. Like if you wanted to gamble and you see UConn. Bet the spread, bro.
Like every single time. Howard scored 2 points in each of the first 2 quarters.
Yes, bro.
Then they scored 4 in the third quarter. They had 8 points after 3 quarters. That is obscene. Shout out to Dawn Staley, man.
Yeah, shout out to Dawn Staley. She built a powerhouse right in the SEC. That used to be Tennessee country, but also she produced one of my favorite women hoopers, Aja Wilson. So shout out to I'm a pseudo LA Aces fan. I mean Las Vegas Aces fan. So yeah, shout out to Dawn Staley what she's doing in South Carolina.
Yeah, man. Also, shout out to the Rice State for getting out of for making it into the tournament and getting out of the play-in game. I know they like to call it the first 4 now, but shout out to them, even though they getting felt on right now by Arizona something serious.
Yeah, Arizona getting physical with them boys, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Duke got physical with CSU Fullerton. They wasn't playing no games with them.
They tried to hang, but they couldn't.
Like that was the equivalent of walking in the house and seeing a live, laugh, love sign on the living room wall and a Marilyn Monroe poster. They knew what it was as soon as they walked in. They said, "Oh yeah, we here."
Bro, you go in the kitchen and you see the God bless his home thing. Go for the stove. I know what it is. I know what it is.
We ain't even got no false pretenses. We gonna throw in a Teddy P right now, light some candles. We gonna get straight to this.
We get straight to it.
Oh man. Also, if you had noticed, over on the KWC blog, me and friend of the site, Demaja, aka Neck B Woods, we did our Dirty Mac March Madness bracket, which we narrowed it down to 16 songs. If you haven't seen it, please go throw in a vote for it. Please remember to vote for the song that best embodies Dirty Macking, not the song that you like the best. Currently, do you have any upsets brewing?
In college?
No, on this bracket. He Can't Love You is probably going to upset Dilemma.
It is.
I Love Your Girl is probably going to upset Sensitivity, but I don't know if that's really upset. Oh yeah, I Should Be by Drew Hill is about to get You Don't Have to Hurt on up through, which is fine. That was the 8-9 matchup, so that's not that big of a deal. But yeah, go check on that if you haven't. Today's big news of the day. Luckily, we have one of the few Browns fans on the internet here for us. to do this. The Nasty Man. Have y'all seen the hashtag for him? The Freak FRE4K.
Nah, man.
That freaky man. Deshaun Watson, young Doodoo Brown, has decided he himself is going to go play for the Browns.
Hold on, man. Let me quickly interject because I'm not trying to make light of anything, but I was in meetings all day. I hop on Twitter. The first tweet I see, like Adam Schefter ain't even break the news to me. The first tweet I see, it says, Deshaun went to the city with bottom 5 hoes. He must be really serious.
Yeah, he's serious about this.
He's really serious about his return. And I was just like, hey, man, come on.
Hey, as the good brother Mr. J. Radford said on the timeline earlier, Ohio got him on the low. Now, you have to leave Ohio to succeed sometimes, but Ohio got him on the low. But yeah, $230 million guaranteed over 5 years. Which
you know the kicker though, and Rappaport reported this. That first year, his base salary is $1 million. If he gets suspended, within this first year of the Browns, like he's not losing any bread, like because his base salary once again is $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Haslam, don't he own the Flying J truck stops?
I don't know.
I think that's Jimmy Haslam.
I know he owned us.
Yeah,
and that nigga made a lot of questionable moves, like forcing people into these quarterbacks that niggas probably didn't want.
Yeah, the pilot Flying J, he owns all that.
Oh yeah, that's long bread, man. But,
yeah.
How you feeling? How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Now look, aside from what the man is accused of in his personal life, I'm gonna strictly talk about football because I'm not dismissing what he has been accused of and like what will happen when the civil suits come. I'm assuming he's gonna get 4 to 6 games. Like Ben Roethlisberger, I think, got 6 games, and Ezekiel Elliott got 6 games for claims that were made against him. From a football standpoint, I don't give a fuck. Like the picks, myself in Madden, and when I have first round picks, I will trade them for players because I know what Deshaun Watson is as a player. Them first round picks, they might not pan out. So to give up 3 and not have to give up Denzel Ward, JOK, Greg Newsome, like we didn't give up nobody. Like we gave up people that we might not know who was on our team. So, and then we're still going to get compensated for Baker Mayfield. So, because the Saints still need a quarterback, the Colts need a quarterback, the Seahawks need a quarterback,
the Panthers need a quarterback.
So all these people need quarterback. We have an arguably top 5 quarterback who is in his prime. We didn't lose any assets on defense. We got Amari Cooper, Odell Beckham. I know you hated it there with Baker, Jarvis Landry. Y'all niggas ain't got no teams. Robert Woods, they putting you on the market. Like Jadeveon Clowney about to re-sign an extension with us. Like, bro, we are loading up for these next couple years. Now, I will say, the AFC West is probably the toughest division, and then you have us right behind it. Like, it's going to be a dogfight to get out to the division and then to even make it through the playoffs. But at least we have a chance. With Baker Mayfield, we do not have a chance because when everything goes off script, he just can't make the plays, man. He just can't do it, bro.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's like dismissing what Deshaun. Well, at least on here, we're not. Like even Joe, we've had this conversation. Everyone to a man on this show like agrees that if 22 women are accusing you of similar nasty behaviors, you did some of it, if not all of it. But this is the NFL, and they only care if middle-aged conservative white men are offended. So the minute those civil suits were dropped, I mean, what did he plead the fifth, like to 150 something questions or something like that?
Yes. 3 hours. He just said, "I plead the fifth. I plead
Yeah,
the
it
fifth."
was like that Chappelle show skit, but the stakes were much higher.
Mhm.
But I mean, he's here, he's playing. It is. I mean, I personally ain't watched it. Don't watch the NFL games. Like the most, I watched the Super Bowl this year because my aunt and uncle invited me to a Super Bowl party. I won a salt lava lamp. That was cool. But like if
Random as hell.
you know, I did. Like if I'm just at home on a Sunday, like nigga, I'm eating chicken wings and watching anime. Like I don't really watch the NFL because they gave the middle finger to black people. But I don't mind that people still do because even if we stop watching, they don't really give a fuck. But that's just to say for anyone who watches this and thinks that we're like okay, and no one's okay with what he did. He's a nasty man. He should be behind bars, but he ain't. So, here go this nigga Joe. This nigga Joe live from injured reserve.
Bro, the thing is, the Browns already know that he's going to get suspended, which is why his contract, why he's getting paid what he's getting paid the first year. So when he misses those games, it's really not going to hurt him. And then if Case Keenum, which I think we picked up his roster bonus today, if we keep him on the team, then we have somebody who is capable, who can keep us close, like maybe 3-3, depending on how the schedule plays out. And then we'll be on a third. No, I think we'll be on the fourth place schedule this year. So we're going to have an easier schedule depending on who our division opponents, the other divisions that we face. Like as long as we don't have to face the AFC West, and really that's the only other division that I would like really fear at this point. Maybe the NFC West. Like I don't want to face them, but I think we faced them last year. So as long as we don't have to face them for our two division opponents, then we still have a good chance of making the playoffs, even with him being suspended for probably 6 games.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it sucks. It is what it is. This is the NFL we're talking about. You know, people fawning over him. All that shit's disgusting, but he gonna play. It is what it is. I mostly I've been loving the reaction from Steelers fans because they have just been like the realization of it hitting them that they have the worst quarterback in the division by a long shot. And like just to slowly watch it just wash over them like, so wait, Lamar Jackson,
Yeah.
Joe Burrow,
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson,
Bro, you have
And then-
arguably,
Trubisky.
you have arguably 3 top 10 quarterbacks in one division, arguably, and then the AFC West arguably has 4. Like you can move niggas around out of that 10, and then our defense is still pretty good. Like we have a Super Bowl caliber defense. The Bengals obviously just went to the Super Bowl and they're loading up on the offensive line. I do like that Zadarius Smith turned down that Ravens deal. I like that because I did not want to see him go over there.
This nigga Joe wants some top tier hate in the comments, y'all.
Oh,
But I
no,
can't wait for him to
because-
try to market Watson the pink for breast cancer awareness, give him the Ray Rice treatment, waste some picks in that 200 mil. I did see the Browns put up something talking about Women's History Month today or something like that, and people was like, really? Like on Twitter, like yeah.
But
that was bad time.
this is facts. Let me tell you why. Because his grand jury hearing, there's a specific reason why he answered, why he invoked his his Fifth Amendment rights. Because there's nothing discovered during this. None of the women showed up, basically to like bring charges against him. So everything that comes out in these civil suits, and I mean, I guess good to him because he's about to give up a big bag for what he's about to pay out. But all of that stuff's going to be sealed, and then he's going to get to say, like, guess what? I'm innocent. So yeah, they like and I'll say this too, like you have to remember on the other side of this, like how likable of a guy Deshaun Watson was. Like he like people like I forgot who it was, but somebody was like, yeah, this guy's so popular, he could be the Michael Jordan on the NFL. So the rebrand is going to be crazy to watch in real time. But at the same time,
that nasty nigga Dabo said that shit.
Exactly. Like, and to be honest, like Dabo wasn't, I mean, because we saw the picture of like Deshaun Watson in like the Chicago Bears jersey, like, you know what? That'll be perfect. That'll be, but I mean, whatever.
But he also, no, my bad, Ron.
No. Go ahead, because I was just about to say, yeah. So I want people to basically follow how the details unfold. I know you're not because you care about football, and this is like people out there. But just because he didn't get charged doesn't mean he's innocent. And like I told AJ, there's no nigga in the world who believes more in the criminal justice system than someone who is supporting a man who committed sexual acts against a woman. So follow the details of how they unfolded, and you will see that.
Watch what nasty niggas are out here saying. Well, he didn't get charged, and then be the same niggas who be up in arms when police don't get charged for shooting the nigga and it's on camera.
And I'll just say for the Browns, like after Kareem Hunt got in a situation with the Chiefs, the Browns took him in, and you really haven't heard anything from him since. Like as far as we're concerned, a model citizen. So the Browns have the people in place to rehabilitate him and rebrand his image to where he'll be somebody positive going forward in the NFL. Now that's not going to change what the fuck he did.
They gave Josh Gordon way more chances than anybody else would. Like they really tried with that man. Like Chris Carter, who famously had his substance abuse issues. Like he like applauded them for what they tried to do for Josh Gordon. So I will say the Browns as an organization, like they do try with their people from what it seems like. My bad, Fee, I didn't mean to cut you up.
No, you good.
So where y'all think old Baker ends up going? I will say it's funny that they did all this. Deshaun was like, nah, y'all good. I'm good on y'all. And Baker was like, I want to trade. And they was like, nah, nigga, you don't.
Nah. Well, I think he still was going to get traded, but this is the thing. If I'm a team and I know that you don't want this nigga here, I'm going to give you pennies on the dollar for this nigga. But if I say, no, we're not going to fucking trade you, then it's going to drive the price up a little bit. But now I do enjoy the fact that we end up getting Deshaun. So now him requesting a trade, it doesn't fucking matter. Like basically like, fuck you.
So let me harness my hate real quick because they added him to the package for Deshaun Watson, and the Texans were like, give us those picks. We don't want him. Like, you know how embarrassing that must be? Like, who is David? I'll answer the question for you. Davis Mills. That's the Texans QB right as of now. Like, they didn't want Baker Mayfield. They're like, nah, we are good on him. We are absolutely good on him.
Well, I mean, they said we already got a mid nigga with two last names. Why do we want another one? Because I was just about to say they chose a nigga with two last names, but Baker Mayfield, that nigga got two last names too. So yeah, Baker Mayfield might got three last names. Let me look this up. He might be one of them white kids with three last names.
But no, I think
his middle name is Reagan. His middle name is Reagan.
Yep, this nigga got three last names.
Baker Reagan Mayfield.
No. I think he'll end up going to either. They said the Colts are interested because Gardner Minshew ain't it.
Gardner Minshew.
The Seahawks. I heard they.
I was hoping we ran their pockets.
And then the Panthers are another team that they said they could see him. His preferred destination is the Colts, but after you just gave us a big F you, bro, you think we about to send you to the Colts, bro? Send that nigga to Seattle with 70-year-old fucking Pete Carroll who out of touch in the NFC West and watch Aaron Donald go kill this nigga twice a year, bro.
So wait, I think Davis Mills doesn't have a middle name.
That nigga's just Davis Mills.
Yeah. Hey, like Davis, I just googled Davis Mills' middle name and don't nobody had that shit.
You got
only thing I don't see anything on that.
You got to take a moment of silence when you say his whole name, be like Davis Mills. Like
they said, look, I don't trust niggas that got last names for first names. I'm sorry, I don't.
I do not. Nope.
Like like if all my rankings of niggas not to trust based on names is niggas who got like a name like Kenneth and choose to go by like the full version of that shit. Like if you get mad if I call you Ken or Kenny, like you want to be called Kenneth, I don't trust you. Like niggas who want to be called Nathaniel, I'm not trusting you. I don't even trust a nigga that want to be called Nathan. Nigga, we calling you Nate. But that and then niggas with last names first, I don't trust them. Like y'all are untrustworthy in my book. I'm sorry.
It's like I don't trust niggas who don't have a mustache. Like if you don't have a mustache, I do not trust you, bro. And the niggas
we talked about that on the PlayStation chat last week. Like niggas who just got the goatee.
Yeah, like wait, bro, like you're a stranger.
If you just got if you got
Bruh.
the connection with no beard, like
Bro, this is
like
this is
Tom-
triggering because I just got facial hair in the pandemic, man. Why you got like you doing me?
I'm
bad?
sorry,
you don't have like the connection between the mustache and the beard.
Let me preface. It's like
Yeah, like
people
niggas
can't-
just
like
Yeah.
everybody can't grow a beard. So like if you can grow a beard and you're not in the military or like a place where you have to say like firefighter, policeman, and you just fucking you walk around with like the chops goatee like Hulk Hogan, like hey bro, I don't trust you.
Yeah,
Or if you shave your mustache and you just have the little thin line, like hey man, shave that shit off and start over.
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't trust niggas who just have a mustache. Like I'm sorry. I understand if like you can't had a beard and you just and there's Chaz knows why I don't trust niggas who just Fee knows why I don't trust niggas who just have mustaches. But I don't trust niggas like I'm like a bald nigga with just a mustache like is gonna trigger me. Like if I see that, I'm just like you're not trustworthy off rip.
like get the fuck out of here, Mr.
Like
Clean.
I'm not trusting you. My father has that look. That's why I don't trust niggas who do that. But if you got the mustache and the chin hair, I'm not mad because I had that for years. Like my beard didn't start growing into 5 years ago, maybe. Like I think when I moved to Atlanta from Charlotte was when like my facial hair like finally started growing in, and I walked into my mom's house as I was visiting. And my oldest niece goes, "You look like my dad, him." And I'm like, "What?" And I came upstairs and looked at him. I was like, "Damn, we do kind of look alike now." So I understand. I started getting a beard 5 years ago, but I always had the chin. I had the chin hair and the stash. Like I could pull that off. Like, but if you got the chin hair connected to the beard, I mean the chin hair connected to
because
the
that's a choice. That's like you sat down in that chair. You was like, "Hey man, shape that up."
That's what you desired.
That's what you desired. Like you told that man to shape you up like around your mouth.
And there's a reason why we don't trust the nigga that has that. But yeah. The hierarchy of niggas I don't trust. Niggas who go by like the full version of a name that's designed to be shortened. Niggas who got last names for first names, and niggas who rock goatees or just a mustache. Like I'm not like either baby face it or had a chin with the mustache, or I'm just like because all I can think of when I see a nigga with a goatee is that Klay Thompson meme when they say that nigga take his goatee off every night when he gets home from after the game and hangs that bitch up.
Like niggas with just goatees, you look like a me, bro. Remember on the Wii when you could create your own nigga?
Yeah.
And the facial, you look like a me, bro. Like don't do that, bro.
Like every woman that's dated come and says that he's crazy as hell in real life. I was like, I believe it because this nigga's bald headed with the goatee. Like
and even Jay now, you see Jay-Z trying to grow in the mustache.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you 50. This is a little too late for that.
Bro.
Like you done had a bald face for the entire time we've known. That's why mustache happened with whiskers like a rat. We get it. You couldn't grow it. I'm not mad at it. But yeah, back to Reagan over there. I hope he goes to the worst possible situation. I don't even know the nigga. I don't even know, but I want all the bad things in life. Like I don't even dislike Baker that much. I just don't want him to succeed. Like him and Bama fans. Like I don't necessarily dislike Bama sports, but I love when Bama fans are down bad because them niggas are just so annoying. Most.
I love it about Baker because he came in and I ask myself this question like every time there's like a highly drafted QB and the coach does that nutty shit where they make them earn the position because but with Baker you kind of see why because he came in on day one basically like talking the talk but wasn't really walking it. True enough, like he had I think like 2 years ago like he had a pretty decent season, but like the fact that and like NFL OGs had to come out and talk about this. Like when he talked about Duke Johnson, they're like, "Yeah, man, you don't talk about another man's money. Like this could be a damn accounting firm. You don't talk about another man's money. That man is owed what he's owed. So don't talk about either you on the train or off it. This man needs his money."
Did y'all see Duke clap back at him this week on Twitter?
Yes, hilarious.
It was beautiful because Duke was one of my favorite players while he was on the Browns. So
yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out the worst, kind of like The Wire, like when they were trying to they were transferring what's his name to a different department, and he was like, you tell him where you don't want to go. Like I want to know where Baker like doesn't want to go. Send him there.
It's got to be Seattle. Although I think he's gonna be happy for a fresh start anywhere. But out of all those teams mentioned, between the Colts is obviously the best situation. They have a great O-line, a great running back. They have decent weapons, and their defense is pretty good. He's not going to Houston. The Panthers is a decent situation too for him. I don't want you to go there. Like, nah, you don't need.
Yeah, I don't want him in my city either.
Like Seattle, bro. Go out west, bro. Go play them 4:00 games where ain't nobody playing, so we can watch you get fucking mopped up.
Yeah, let him have to deal with Jalen Ramsey and that swaggy zest for 2 games a year. Like, you just imagine Jalen Ramsey picking that nigga off.
And bro, and think about like with how he has behaved. Like, Odell goes to LA, wins the chip, and Odell, like, they had the locker room split for real. Like, niggas, when Baker Mayfield posted that long message the other day, nobody on Cleveland came to this nigga defense. Like, oh man, Baker. But when Jarvis got cut, everybody on Cleveland like, damn, bro, blah blah blah. When Odell left, everybody wishing him the best, blah blah blah. Like, he's not getting that. So imagine going somewhere else and niggas not gonna like you, bro. Like, you're gonna have to work hard to win the locker room. And a side note, hey, LeBron James, bro, I know you're probably not gonna see this, but if you do, in the middle of the season, you was campaigning to free this nigga Odell. That's my first problem. And you a Cowboys fan. Bro, don't come over here rooting for us, bro. No, you not. No.
I mean, to be fair,
get to do that, bro.
That's like every LeBron Cowboys fan like in existence. Like, that's kind of like he embodies his own fan base and the Cowboys fan base like all at once.
Like, and no disrespect to the Cowboy fans, because the ones who are really
no disrespect.
Y'all, and you an Eagles fan, that's different. But I'm just saying, like, because I know a few Cowboy fans he's from Akron. That's not the same. I know like Cowboy fans who have multiple teams. Like, you're wrong, bro. You're wrong. And so LeBron, no, don't root for us, bro. Like that shit you was doing at the All-Star game.
Joe and Pete, salute.
Like that shit he was doing at the All-Star game. Like, oh man, Darius Garland and blah blah.
Yeah,
blah.
I'm the third Cavalier, nigga. No, you not.
like, bro, you're not one of them, bro. You're not that guy, pal. Don't
bro.
I need that shit.
It's gonna happen. So I need the fucking spirit of David Stern to rise from hell and stop LeBron from breaking up this good young core that Cleveland has, because LeBron will do it.
I don't think the owner's gonna let him.
I certainly hope so.
If they manage to avoid the play-in game, and I don't think that, because I mean LeBron's there for another 2 seasons anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, by the time that happens, Garland's probably going to be a multiple-time All-Star. Mobley's probably going to be an All-Star, potential Defensive Player of the Year. He's gonna win Rookie of the Year this year. You would be out of your mind to let a 40-year-old LeBron James come in and fuck that up. Like, unless you are that desperate to get his last run with his son,
they are.
I don't think Cleveland. If they're good, I think whatever his name is wants nothing more than to be able to look at LeBron and make him grovel to come back after all the shit LeBron had him do, and rightfully so, with keeping them in contention the second time around. I don't think it's, unless there's a new owner there. Like, hey, you know what the fuck I could see happening? Old Cheese Eyes dumbass drafted Bronny with a first round pick.
Ooh.
Just so LeBron could come in and play for him. And so he could, because that's the only reason he signed Gordon Hayward's bum ass was to entice the white fans to come in to the goddamn arena. Like, that's seriously, Skip Bayless said, he was like, I mean, if you want to sell tickets, like, because there is every time there's a dog, when the Hornets games I went to when I first moved back up here, there were more Cody Zeller jerseys in the building than anything else. Not Kemba Walker jerseys, Cody Zeller jerseys. It's nasty as fuck. Where do you
That's
even
nasty
find
work,
the Cody
man.
Zeller jersey? Nowhere. The generic ones. These niggas had champion Cody Zeller jerseys. Like, it wasn't even like Nike or the old Adidas joints. These niggas had champion and Russell Cody Zeller jerseys because they were that desperate for one. When I went and saw them play the Nuggets, there were more Nuggets fans in the house than Hornets fans in the house. It ain't a Denver the goddamn Charlotte pipeline. So you know what that tells me? The white people saw Jokic and said, "Yeah, nigga, we here." So
Yeah.
I could definitely see old Cheese Eyes stupid ass running off Miles and Book and to bring LeBron and Bronny in for one last time so he can say, "Yeah, LeBron played for me," and get them damn ticket sales.
What do y'all think about the Rams, like picking up Allen Robinson? Like, how do the Rams have money, bro?
The Bills gonna come due in like 3 or 4 years, essentially. When McVay's in the broadcast booth, when Donald retires, when Stafford's gone, they're gonna be in salary cap hell. Because all they're doing is it's what the Rams were doing a few years. I mean, not the Rams, the Saints were doing a few years ago, just kicking the can down the road, restructuring. And now that the Bills come due, and them niggas are $70 million over the cap, and it's like, all right, well, how the fuck we do that?
Well, now they said they said when they was in the Watson shit that they had made like $30 million in cap for them niggas.
Yeah, and they having to cut a bunch of people to do it. So I think that's just what's going to happen with them is the Bills going to come due in like 2025 or 2026, and none of them niggas who were here are going to be on the team anymore, and a new regime will have to deal with it, and them niggas will be back to being trash like they were when Jeff Fisher was leading them niggas to 7-9 every year.
Good example. Let me tell you about the Howie Roseman system. So and he's like, when it comes to the numbers, this motherfucker is brilliant, but year 1, 2, and 3 of a 5-year contract, you have a very low base salary. They give you all of your contract in a salary bonus because it doesn't count against the cap. Then between year 3 and 4, there's an out to cut you where you have to take some basically you have to take some dead cap space, but at the same time it frees up some space as well. That's why we just had to get rid of Fletcher Cox. That's why we had to basically kind of restructure. We gave on Jason Kelsey like a different contract, but that's basically kind of sort of a restructure, and that is a carryover that from the Super Bowl year, because we are basically I think they said we have 18 million in cap right now, but we have 3 first-round draft picks, and that's about 5 million each to pay out. So yeah, we are in cap hell right now, but at the same time, that's the price you pay to get to the top. So the Rams are going all in. They want, number 2, number 3. They clearly want to like maximize this before the bill comes through, like AJ says. And yeah, I mean, I don't know where they got the Allen Robinson money from. I mean, true enough, they had to cut some people, but I still don't know. But yeah, I mean, that's a great move, and if you can do that move, you do it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, why not go for another Super Bowl out of it? Fuck it. Like,
yep.
I mean, apparently they have the space to bring Odell back. Ain't no telling if he's actually going to come back, but they apparently have the space to do it. So, I mean, fuck it. Go for it.
He sounded kind of hurt on Twitter yesterday, or IG, whatever. He made that long message about when they signed Allen Robinson. He made a post about.
I mean, he probably wanted to get more money than what they're probably going to have the space to offer him coming off of an ACL, which will make sense because ain't no telling when he's going to be back.
Well, it'll take about 9 months to rehab there, so he's looking at December, January time for him anyway.
Yeah, so I mean, I would.
Yeah, so my bad. So I think they're gonna let I mean, if they do sign him back, it's gonna be for pennies. They said they might have to I think I read they might have to offload Robert Woods, and then they're just gonna rely on Van Jefferson as number 3. So yeah.
Which is smart because Van Jefferson's on a rookie deal and Robert Woods is coming off. I think he had an ACL injury as well. So if you can have Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, who caught 90 passes from bums. I don't even remember who was quarterback. Mitch Trubisky. He caught 90 passes from Mitch Trubisky, man. Like, if that man could catch 90 passes from Mitch Trubisky, imagine what he's going to do with Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp is probably getting
Hold
double
on.
teamed.
Your upstairs neighbors.
No, I just had a thought that I
Oh.
need to check.
Yeah, I mean, shit. They might be 4 deep at wide receiver and be doing some shit like when they fully healthy with Odell coming out the fucking backfield. Had this nigga running the fucking wildcat and shit. Because I mean, we know he can throw. Like that nigga Odell could just do every fucking thing. But yeah, I mean, he probably does. He probably is upset at the deal he's gonna get. But I mean, I hope they come back. I liked Odell and I think the bigger controversy is going to be the jersey number thing because that was apparently a thing because they told Cam Akers he could wear number 3 next season, and Odell was wearing number 3 this season. Although he said he wanted number 1, but Deshaun Jackson was wearing number 1, so he didn't take it. I don't know. That might be a more interesting subplot of this.
I like Von Miller going to the Bills, even though I'm not. Me myself,
6 years?
I'm not paying no 33-year-old.
Yeah, that's
nigga.
wild.
Like I'm assuming that that contract probably front loaded as hell. So the second he fall off,
they probably got a bunch of voidable years on the end of that shit. Oh yeah, the other big NFL move while Ronnie's looking up what he's looking up. Old Throw Rogan, Breitbart Star, lost his best wide receiver to the goddamn Raiders. You know he wanted to leave because apparently the Packers offered him the same money. And he was like, "Nigga, I'm going to Vegas.
Mhm.
The fuck are you talking about?"
Well, they said Rodgers knew that he wasn't coming back before he signed that contract. So
Yeah, I mean, Stephen A. has said it best. It was basically like Rodgers probably could have took less, so they could have gave Adams more, and he was like, "Well, I got my money.
Yeah.
Nice seeing you, bro."
I mean, and I know people will have this narrative of Aaron Rodgers like he was never good with nobody else, but like before Devontae Adams, there was Jordy Nelson and Randall Cobb and Donald Driver and
James Jones,
Brandon Jennings and Donald
Greg
Driver.
Jennings.
Greg Jennings, my bad. Jermichael
hates that
Finley. Like,
yeah, no, he can do it. I think to me, this don't make sense because of what pick it was. Like, I don't know that the 22nd pick is getting you like I mean, maybe with this wide receiver class, it might get them a real difference maker. But for 2 dudes who might turn into Chris Olave and some no-name guard we've never heard of in the 2nd round, like that seems like very minuscule to get back.
I would be packaging them picks up and getting into the top 10 for a team who probably doesn't need that much that's up there. Like, I would just have to find a way to get
like a team like the Panthers who seems to want a quarterback, but ain't no quarterbacks in this draft worth the number 6 pick. Like that would make more sense to me. Is you package your 2 first and that 2nd and try to move up to number 6 to get like a real. But I mean, shit. What wide receiver could you see going to 6?
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of good receivers in this draft.
Yeah, I don't think there's
not like a one of one in this draft.
Like it ain't no Calvin Johnson. I mean, there's no Calvin Johnsons in any draft, but like there's no Devontae Adams in this draft. Well, there might be a Devontae Adams in it because Devontae Adams went 2nd. But as of right now, it seems like there's a bunch of like low spades of receivers in this draft.
I will say that these receivers, like this is one of the faster classes that I can remember. Like a lot of them niggas, like if nothing else, speed is a game changer. You've seen Jamar Chase, like, and not to say that none of these dudes are Jamar Chase, but I think Olave ran like a 4.27 or something like that. So
I think they changed his shit got like changed to like a 4. The official was like a 4.38 or something like that.
Oh, okay, but it was still some niggas like and from where you are, you can find you like a Tyreek Hill type nigga in there who's just super fast and can make something happen just on speed.
Yeah, we don't even know how fast Jameson Williams is, so he's another name that was just burning niggas at Bama. So, but yeah, I found my point. Let me go back to it. Allen Robinson, is there any other receiver in, like, not only NFL history but in football history that has played with worse quarterbacks throughout his career? I'm going to name his quarterbacks: Matt McGloin, Christian Hackenberg, Blake Bortles, Mitch Trubisky.
Ugh.
The only person I would say was like DeAndre Hopkins before. Well, no, he had Watson. Never mind.
I mean, yeah.
Before he got
Oh.
Watson, he was playing with some Philly.
Like who? I mean, the best one of that bunch is like what? Andy Dalton, maybe this past season.
Not Blake Bortles when Blake Bortles.
Bortles did get the.
And you know how wild it is to say that Blake Bortles is probably the best quarterback he played with?
Oh, that's nasty.
Nasty.
That's filthy.
That's-
Oh, yeah. I mean, my NFL history ain't as encyclopedic as some of my basketball shit is. So I would struggle to come up with a great wide receiver who's played with the worst.
I'm really trying to think. No,
I don't think it gets any worse than that, man. Like, because I'm thinking right now, I'm just like, nah.
It's probably some they just couldn't overcome it. Like they got out the league before they could like really show themselves. Because you got to think some of the niggas that was with the Browns and the Jets, like that was because like Robbie Anderson could have ended up in that predicament, but he ended up in Carolina. Like that nigga got away from Darnold, and then Darnold followed that nigga there. You know that nigga had to be upset about that. I just got away from your punk ass. But yeah, if it is, no one was able to I don't think anyone was able to overcome it the way that.
I don't know.
Robinson
Honestly, you could say Josh Robinson. I mean, not Josh Gordon. My bad, Josh Gordon, because you got to think about the carousel of quarterbacks that the Browns were going through when he was there. He still put up like all-pro numbers his rookie season with missing, I think, 2 or 3 games from.
Didn't that nigga have like 1,600 yards his second season or something like that?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, he was on. He could have been the GOAT receiver, like with the numbers he was putting up in the amount of games he put them up, but then he just couldn't put the marijuana down.
He had 1,600 yards in 14 games on 87 receptions his second season, which is just absolutely obscene. His first season, he had 805 yards on 50 receptions. He definitely could have and should have. I mean, someone brought up this point to me when I was just talking, like, because I was younger and was just talking about Josh Gordon. I was like, man, how are you that fucking stupid? You keep fucking up for money. And some dude, some older cat on my old page, he hit me and was like, you don't think that's like severe PTSD and addiction that someone? Because for me, I'm like, dog, it's mostly weed that you get popped for. You can't stop smoking. And he was like, bro, that doesn't tell you that there's like a legit problem. And I was like,
yeah, he did a very insightful interview. Because he grew up in a pretty tough neighborhood. He was like, yeah, man, I need this shit to clear my mind. Like, and that's all there is to it. He was like, I need it to clear my mind because like this man got kicked out of Baylor because he fell asleep in the McDonald's, like because he was like because I guess whatever he was feeling, that anxiety, like he had to smoke and he fell asleep right there. But yeah, he said I need this to just clear my mind to survive because all the shit I got in my head. I was like, I mean,
yeah.
And to be honest, that should have ushered in the conversation to because. And I know it's a a Schedule 1 narcotic, whatever, which is totally separate conversation. But as far as the NFL goes, like when you look at basically the pain that these guys like go through, and we have, and this is just CBD, like we have science that says CBD helps with this, is a source of pain relief. This is time to have that conversation as to why these guys, go to marijuana. I mean,
you can just look at what happened with Brett Favre and his pill addiction and how that was treated versus like the way Josh Gordon and others were treated. And also blame the media. Like you got Stephen A. Smith, a black man who could be in position to have different conversations going, and you can't stay off the weed. Like, turning it into a meme thing as opposed to like really sitting down and having these like hard-hitting discussions of like that's one thing I actually give, like, even though they're both supreme trolls,
the Skip Baylesses and Nick Wrights of the world credit for, is they actually try to have these insightful conversations when it comes to like race and disparity and shit like that. Whereas you got somebody like Stephen A. Smith turning it into a meme when he could be using this platform to say, hey man, like have we ever like just stopped to sit down and like maybe think about what this brother has been through, and you know, maybe we should be a little bit more understanding about this shit. Because I mean, you combining a lot of mental pain with a lot of physical pain that these dudes are dealing with on the football field. Like you getting into a car wreck for a living for years at a time, not to mention these dudes coming from tough backgrounds. Like, are we really surprised that a lot of them are turning to narcotics and other recreational drugs to cope with that shit? Because motherfuckers do it with alcohol all the time, and that don't seem to be a fucking problem.
Yeah. And then what's so crazy, if he played now, the NFL has went lax with their rules on marijuana. So if he played now, he probably wouldn't even have any troubles. Like he was just like in the wrong area.
Him and like the NFL players in the wrong era thing, like not just from a social standpoint, but just from like a position standpoint, it's like the all NFL team of niggas in the wrong era, like Michael Vick at QB. Like we saw it the one year he actually tried to refilm Percy Harvin right now, like the slot back running back that he could have been. Like it's real interesting. Reggie, yep. You imagine Reggie Bush and Percy Harvin on the same damn team?
Yeah, I used to tell people that about Reggie all the time. I was like, Reggie came through in the era where we were still lining up in I formation. We were having H-backs on the field. Reggie Bush's skill set would lend so much better to like the NFL of today, where a good season is 900 rushing yards, 700, receiving yards or whatever. Like his skill set would lend so much better. Like put Reggie Bush on the Chiefs. Like disgusting.
So something I used to do in NCAA football whenever I had like a bunch of like scat backs and shit, I used to run like the wing T, because you're essentially putting two halfbacks at the slot formation. And so I would take a smaller receiver and a running back who could catch, and then I would have like the big running back at like the fullback position, and I would just run passing plays out that bitch, and the computer couldn't do nothing with that shit.
Right.
Because I got two hybrids sitting there. I got two receivers on the outside, and I got a fucking running back that can run. And if I want to, I can switch up the personnel by putting a tight end in if I want to block, or if I need a short yardage type thing. Like it's Bush and Harvin on that team. I know the Panthers were trying to do that with Curtis Samuel and McCaffrey and the shit.
Yeah,
but that's what I was gonna say. Look how look how dynamic Reggie Bush was, and then give him like as many touches as Christian McCaffrey gets as a receiver, like where he's getting 100 receptions in the season. Like imagine what Reggie Bush could have did with 100 receptions in the NFL. Like, and this is coming year after year. Like imagine Reggie Bush in Cliff Kingsbury's offense. Like he's like Chase Edmonds times 10. Like he's gonna eat over there or something like that.
Yeah, and the Saints kind of realized that like the Super Bowl year, because they would put Reggie Bush in, like he would be in like single back, and then he split out and go into the slot, and then he run a route and nobody could check him. So they like slowly realized like, oh, maybe we should put this guy as a slot receiver. But yeah, it's
in space.
Yeah, put him in space and just let him. Yeah,
that nasty motherfucker Urban Meyer was trying to do that shit with ETN, even though I thought it was stupid. Like you don't need to like train him as a fucking receiver. Just line that nigga up in the slot and give him a small route tree. Like you don't need to have him actually working out as a receiver. Like you going a little overboard with this shit, Herb.
Because ETN ain't really even like that kind of guy either. Like
yeah, like he can catch, but like nigga, that he ain't Marshall Faulk.
Yeah.
Like let that man do what he do best.
Because it's weird, because ETN is kind of like a bruiser, but he's in like a 5'10", like 210 pound body, and it's weird. But like ETN is good. Don't get me wrong, but when I heard, I was like, nah, this nigga Urban ain't gonna last, man. For this nigga he's working him out at wide receiver at training camp. Okay.
What the fuck is you doing? Like,
well, to me, it was always a waste of a draft pick, and no disrespect to ETN, but James Robinson just went crazy the year before. Why are you drafting? Like you had a gem for nothing. Like he was going to be a cheap running back, because I don't think they spent that high of a pick for him, and then you just go draft somebody else that you don't need.
I will say
Yeah,
for
no,
the Jags though,
go
it's good
ahead.
that he's coming back because that's basically
Mhm.
like a free agent acquisition. Where, I'm assuming Doug Peterson coming from the Andy Reid tree, I'm assuming Doug Peterson coming from the Andy Reid tree, will find creative ways. Is James Robinson still there?
I think he's
Yeah.
still there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he'll find creative ways to use the two of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say the number one position that's evaluated wrong in the NFL is running back because a lot of guys that get drafted overall, like at running back, like they're like combine warriors. But you gotta watch the film. Like, how does this guy do? Because when you watch any running back, how does this guy do when he gets to the second level? Like, cool. Like he got a 5 yard run because his left tackle and left guard opened the hole for him. But when he reaches the second level, does he have quick acceleration? Does he have burst? Can he run through a linebacker? Can he run through that big safety? Like, so a lot of these running backs get evaluated because they're combine warriors. And like, think about just think about like some of the best running backs, like save like Jonathan Taylor. Like, think about some of the best running backs in the league right now, and think about where they were drafted.
Mm-hmm. Jonathan Taylor was what, second round? Nick Chubb, 2nd
Mhm.
round. Alvin Kamara went pretty late.
Yep.
Well, after Derrick Henry was in the second round, what was he in the first?
I don't
I think he
remember
was. I think it was late first. I think it was late first.
I mean,
But yeah, you just mentioned a guy like Chase Edmonds, yeah, who was
Aaron Jones.
who funny enough was about to transfer to Penn State to follow Joe Moorhead, but Joe Moorhead's like, hey, we got Saquon, so we good. So yeah, like, think about these guys who are like damn Elijah Mitchell from like San Francisco, like he's really fire, and I could not tell you what college he even came from or where he was drafted, but he like somebody like that.
Oh boy from Denver, was it like Javonte Williams? I think that's his name.
Yep, Javonte Williams, Eckler from San Diego. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Henry was drafted in the middle of the second round, 45th pick.
Oh damn. Yeah. See.
I mean, typically running backs that big don't make it in the end. Like, it's him, Eric, fuck, I'm blanking on the name.
Dickerson.
Eric Dickerson and Eddie George. Like, those are the only like big upright, because your strike zone is
Steve,
too big.
you got Steven Jackson.
Oh yeah. His prime was a little bit shorter though.
But still, this man damn 6'4", 250 though. Like that's an edge rusher right there.
LeGarrette Blunt was pretty big. And
Yeah.
Well, I mean that like have like long careers.
Yeah.
I think Steven Jackson was pretty close to 10,000 yards, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he was around for a long time.
I know he had like those first 4 seasons with the Rams where he was just goddamn unstoppable.
But much to AJ's point, that's why McFadden has so many injuries, because if you watch the way, and McFadden ran like a damn gazelle, but he ran straight up, and he would get hit here because he's 6'2". So he would always have like a lot of abdominal injuries, like a lot of thigh injuries because of where he was getting hit.
Oh yeah, Steven Jackson, 11,000 yards, 3,600 receiving yards.
Yeah.
I knew he was around for a long time.
Oh yeah, I'm tripping. This nigga had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 straight 1,000-yard seasons. So yeah, I thought his prime was like shorter than that.
Nah, he was around for a while.
Yeah. So yeah, add him to the. But yeah, you typically don't see running backs that big with that big of a strike zone, that have long careers. I'm still mad my boy tried to sit up here and say that he was better, that he's a better all-time running back than goddamn Barry Sanders. That was just.
Who said that?
Huh?
Oh, you talking about that dude that said Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. And he lucky my boy. I'd have put him on the summer jam.
When people say things like that, it makes me think you're young. Cause
well, no, he's just a Bama fan, and typically he's not that Bama fan. But like when I there's some Bama stuff that he'll get on, and I'll just be like, yeah, you just being a Bama fan right now, bro.
Yeah, you being a gump right now.
Like don't do that, bro. Barry Sanders is the best running back of all time. He averaged 1,500 yards a season and 5 yards a carry behind the goddamn this nigga Chuck.
Beat them nasty man allegations.
Chuck was on the brink of getting off that narcotic, and he right back on that.
This
shit.
man Chuck was
hey,
rocking back and forth with a cigarette in his mouth.
Hey, the two people on Twitter who had me dying the most, like looking at the Deshaun Watson shit yesterday, like when it was like the Cleveland Browns are out of it, and then I see fucking Chuck and I see fucking Ryan, like them niggas was going through it on the timeline, bro.
Well, Chuck, see, Fiat is bad about this as you would like. Ryan was on it for a moral kick. Chuck was on it just because the Tepper was finna be stupid and give up 3 firsts, 2 seconds, and then 1 or 2 rookie starters. That's why Chuck was upset. Fee happy because he ain't got to deal with Baker no more.
Hey, Chuck, you know what's coming your way though? You know who is coming your way? Big Mayfield, bro. You better play that jazz out there for you, bro.
Reagan Mayfield.
Nah, keep Reagan out of Charlotte, bro.
young Reagan.
Nah,
Reagan coming.
We don't need ain't no Mayfields in Charlotte, bro. It's all September Parks, nigga. Ain't no Mayfield. It's September Parks out here.
Hey, but not. I don't know. Like, I just feel like for our roster, what we had to give up, like we're in contention for like the next 3 to 5 years because all our key pieces are already signed or they're young as hell. So, like for the duration of his contract, like we good to go. His allegations, hey, don't do that in the land, bro. Don't do that. Just stop getting massages, bro. You don't need them. You take your ice bath like everybody else.
Yeah, nah. Keep if that nigga goes anywhere, if that nigga even mentions him, it needs to be a clause in that contract. If that nigga even passes too close to a goddamn massage parlor, that contract is voided, bro. Like no bullshit. Like he needs it dead ass. Like you don't need to be anywhere near any massage part. Chuck said Panthers sources already said they're not interested. I'll believe it when Tepper actually does something smart. The Browns got away with robbery when you look at what they paid versus what Carolina was going to pay. Yeah, absolutely. I think the difference came down to because I think Chuck was talking about this. In Discord. Was the Panthers got removed once they weren't going to guarantee a 3rd and 4th year.
Yeah, that was like what they said came down to is the Browns fully guaranteeing all his money and having the picks in place. That's what made Deshaun waive his no trade clause.
I mean, you can't top that. Fully guaranteed?
Dog, $250 million fully guaranteed.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Somebody was like, who wants to go to Cleveland? Nigga, for $250 million, I'll go to Cleveland.
Nigga,
send me to the Mistake by the Lake for that $250,000. Like, gladly go.
Hey, look, bro, for $230 million, bro, I'll go play football in hell if I need to, bro.
Bro.
Listen, nigga, I'll be up there recreating Hove bars, nigga. I ain't hard to find. You catch me front and center at the Cavs game, big chain, and all my splendor. I'll pay Spike Lee to come just so I can say next to Spike if you pay left to right.
Like,
I was gonna say that the objective is to get paid so much money it doesn't matter whether or not you're good. Yeah, and guess what? This man could get a second contract too, elsewhere after this.
I will say I do kind of feel bad for Matt Ryan. Not really, because Matt Ryan is just Boomer Esiason. And if you think that's a slight at Matt Ryan, when Boomer Esiason retired, he had won a league MVP. I think he had made it to a Super Bowl, and he retired top 10 in almost every passing statistic. It's probably what's going to be Matt Ryan's legacy, and in 3 years, no one will be talking about him for the Hall of Fame. But anyway. Yeah, Chuck said he needed $230 million guarantees so he could cover all those civil case settle. Oh yeah, he definitely did. He definitely did. I mean, I hope Matt Ryan takes the Falcons to the cleaners for all this public flirting they did with that nasty man with hashtag freak. But because it's what they deserve.
I mean, I will say at least like the Browns didn't even alert Baker Mayfield. These niggas just went on the jet and was like, "Hey, we in Houston." Like they didn't even tell this nigga. The Falcons and Matt Ryan at least talked about it. Like, "Hey, Matt, we gonna go try to get Deshaun." Like the Browns said, "Hey, fuck you." And then after they went and took the meeting, and Deshaun said, "No." These niggas doubled down and said, "Hey, we want an adult at quarterback." Like, bro,
An
you
adult.
call this nigga childish. This nigga 26, 27 years old. And you just call this man childish in front of everybody.
And went and got a nigga the same age.
That's doing childish shit.
And presumably nastier nigga. Yeah.
That's doing childish shit.
Yeah, Baker about to be 27 in a month.
I think Baker Mayfield might be older than I think he's
He
older
is.
than Deshaun Watson.
Because he started off at Texas Tech, had to sit out a year at Oklahoma. So yeah, he's older.
Yeah, he's older than Watson by exactly 5 months. Baker was born April 14th, 95, and Deshaun was born September 14th of 95. So yeah. Mayfield showed up at the facility and there was a "back tomorrow" sign on the door. Nah, that nigga looked up and seen his chick on Kiss Cam ringside with a celebrity. That's what the fuck happened to him. That nigga, that was when Chris Brown told Carucci he was going to the store and popped up courtside with Rihanna at the Lakers game. That's what that was. Like, hey, babe, I'm going to the store. I'll be back later. Okay. Why are you on TV next to Rihanna?
Like, nigga, what? Nigga, what's
It's
you
Rihanna.
went to the concession stand at Staples, nigga? Like what you going to get? You want some nachos?
What do you mean? It's Rihanna. That's basically what they did. Like, yeah, we went to see Deshaun. It's Deshaun. What?
Hey,
You expect us to be faithful to you?
Hey, Chuck Baker really thought he was the man, bro. It was like, nigga, what the fuck what you talking about?
They don't love you like that.
You barely got a leg to stand on. Talk about the fuck.
Yeah, I want to trade.
Talking about they gonna help him. And man,
Bro,
I got
this
some
man
help for the
demanded
nigga.
a trade and they said no. Like, I cannot get over that. They were like, that's like fuck nigga, we not even gonna trade you.
Like that was basically, nigga, shut the fuck up. Nobody care what you talk about.
Like that nigga was talking heavy, bro. Like, hey, nah, trade me.
Nigga went and did that heartfelt ass post and crickets. Nigga, don't fuck what you talk about, nigga.
Man looked at that nigga like,
Now Andrew Barry probably turned around in his chair like, nigga, trade you where? To who? Nobody wants you. Nobody wants you.
Who wants you?
the only person that want that nigga out loud is Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians, for whatever reason, love that nigga. But now Tom Brady back, so
I mean, shit, it might do him some good to go kick it a year behind Tom Brady. Not for that salary, but
nah, not for 21 million. Hell no.
yeah, you're not even part. Nigga,
Yeah,
the Texans don't even
not
want
even
you, and they
part
don't
of
have a
Texas.
quarterback.
But the Texans is gonna take a chance on Davis Mills, bro.
Man, them niggas trying to tank. Them niggas tanking for Bryce.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Bryce Young though. He finna have to go deal with a goddamn evangelical as his GM.
I mean, but with all the picks they got, bruh, you can get that nigga left tackle in place.
Yeah, but will they? Are you trusting an evangelical with your football team?
I don't trust the Texans when they was letting fucking the man who shall not be named, the offense coordinator at Alabama, trade away all the fucking good pieces for nothing when you got a fucking quarterback in his prime. Like,
what is that word that they use? A chaplain. You got a fucking chaplain running your goddamn. Nigga, I ain't trusting no fucking chaplain with my football operations, nigga. You here to pray? I don't need you, nigga. You better pray you get them picks right. The fuck do you mean? Better pray these niggas pan out, nigga. If I had that pick, nigga, I'd be pulling a goddamn Eli Manning, nigga. I'm not coming to the Texans. I will stay another year at Alabama.
Mhm.
I can get paid in Alabama legally now. That's another funny wrinkle of the NIL. Is now you're gonna have cats that if they don't like, they actually got leverage on. Go ahead, okay, don't pick me. I'll just go get another $1 million NIL deal next year at Alabama.
Not what's wilder is like I feel like we're about to see like a lot of guys basically pull what Jamar Chase did. Like, I put in work my freshman, sophomore year, have this NIL deal. Guess what? I don't want to get hurt, take a chance getting hurt my junior year. I'm just going to live off this money, see you at the combine. Like, I feel like we're about to see that too. And personally, I'm here for it. Cool.
Oh, yeah. Chuck said two things. I wanted to be clear. I was off the boat on Wilson when he got the case. I think he means Watson when he got the case on him. Someone pointed out how the Panthers got their owner out of there for the same thing. And now Yep. Jerry Richardson got up on through because I think there's a clause that says like they can't remove the statue of him in front of the Panthers, and I think they might have did it anyway. I'll go take a shit on that damn thing. Fuck Jerry, bitch ass nigga. I work close to there now. Yeah. They put the red carpet out for. Yeah, that was not. But I mean, Tepper is. Listen, niggas know I don't fuck with old Cheese Eyes, but the fans of Charlotte were so fucking mad. Well, I don't fuck with old Cheese Eyes as the owner. The fans of Charlotte were so mad when he didn't give Kimball Walker that max contract, and everyone was saying they wanted Tepper to buy the team. Nigga, ever since that decision, old Cheese Eyes' decision has been looking a lot better than Tepper's. I'll tell you that fucking much.
Yeah.
Because letting Kimball walk, no pun intended, was the absolute right thing to do. Because Kimball been trashed. They told that nigga to go home. That nigga got to Boston. Boston was like, nigga, we sending you to OKC. OKC was like, nigga, we don't want you. And Tom Thibodeau told that nigga don't even show up to work.
I will say though, the few games he came back and played, that nigga Kimball was hooping. But then Tom Thibodeau still told that nigga to sit down.
Well, no, he started hooping, and then because he hadn't been playing, so his knee was fresh. Like you basically have to play Kimball like half the games in the season in order for him to be effective. Like he can't go, and he's a defensive liability. And now the Panthers fans are like, we need to trade for him next season. That would be stupid as fuck. Like you already got a coach that don't want to give LaMelo the ball ever. You really want to bring Kimball back with his no defense playing ass for him to go 1 for 8 off the bench? No, nigga, let that nigga stay wherever the fuck he is. And no, nigga, Tepper's garbage. Tepper is garbage. I would most definitely be out. I would go back to being a Bulls fan if that nigga Tepper bought the Hornets from MJ. Ain't no fucking. I can deal with old Cheese Eyes incompetence because I know what's gonna happen. I can't deal with that nigga trading away 4 first-round picks for 35-year-old James Harden. I can't deal with that shit. All right. Quick before we go, who y'all got winning the NCAA tournament?
So I have a heart and you already know my heart in my head. So I feel like Kansas can win it all, but I'm gonna need Duke to win it all.
Who do I think is honestly gonna win the tournament?
I mean, I ain't been watching this shit, so I'm gonna just say Gonzaga.
Nope. Gonzaga about to get packed up. They were struggling with Georgia State until Georgia State 2 big men got in foul
Gonzaga light in the
Oh yeah. You know what? Yeah, you're right.
Alabama beat them this year, and Duke beat them this year. Anybody who athletic is gonna pack Gonzaga up. To win it, I like Purdue. Honestly, like Purdue is really good this year.
That's kind of a nasty pick. I ain't even gonna hold you. You know what? Fuck it, Arizona. Go with Arizona.
Okay.
UAB. Oh, no, they getting packed up right now. Houston about to put that pack in the air.
Yeah, I do. I knew Houston was gonna put that Red Mountain pack in there. I already knew that. So.
I mean, it ain't terrible, but ooh.
It's only the first half, but Houston played better in the second half.
Michigan State in a fucking sweaty with Davidson. I see Ohio State pulled it out.
Man, they lost me. That was the only thing on my ticket that didn't hit today.
What, Ohio State?
Yeah, bro. Loyola should have beat them niggas, bro. It was just nasty.
Damn, Texas Tech put hands on Montana State.
Mm-hmm.
Purdue felt on Louisville. Villanova felt on Delaware. Miami beat USC. Notre Dame got Bam out of here. All praise.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
Ooh, Illinois had a mean sweaty with Chattanooga. That must have been that T.O. luck. T.O. was on the sidelines for Chattanooga.
Chattanooga
he was there.
Winning like the whole game.
Oh, yeah. LSU got rid of their coach and got on up through by Iowa State. Cold game. All right, we got anything else?
Bro, what happened to the Would You Rather for this week?
Oh, shit.
Slacking.
Nah, I ain't think about it. All right, would you rather fight a goose every Monday before work? All right, let me see. Let me think of something else is physical. So you
Whatever
got
you
anything-
choose, I'm taking. Whatever you choose, I'm taking the other option. I'm not fighting a goose
you got
every
anything
Monday before work.
outlandish?
Every day before work.
Every Monday before work.
Mm.
You can literally toss out anything, and I'm choosing that option instead of fighting that goose. Bruh, I hate geese. I don't want to be in bed like at 5 a.m. on Monday morning. Like, man, I gotta fight this goddamn goose. This goddamn goose on the way, man.
Who a goddamn UFC fighter that you wouldn't want to take a kick from?
Okay, fight the geese or just take one punch once a year from Mike Tyson.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Would you?
Yeah, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson.
And he could a punch. We ain't gonna say the face because you might die. He could punch you.
I will open up my chest and like Mike take a shot.
Yeah, you fight a goose every Monday before work, or you get chastised by Mike Tyson once a year. Randomly though, it's random. You don't know when it's gonna happen. Ain't no preparation for it. This nigga Mike Tyson just show up out of nowhere. It's right dead in your shit.
Oh man!
You just walked into the house. You see that live, laugh, love sign. You turn a corner. And my man Iron Mike right there.
Hey, nah, that would piss me the fuck off. Nigga. You think you finna go get some cheeks? What's up? all praise due to Allah, my brother. I'm here to punch your shit out.
Oh shit! Hey, you know what? I'm taking a Mike Tyson simply because having to fight a goose 52 times in a year, bruh, is madness, bruh.
Hold on. Let me add a stipulation. You can't use no gun on the goose because I know that's what niggas will want to do. Ain't no gun usage on the goose.
It's hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah,
bro,
hand-to-hand fight a goose.
Is gonna go the distance like that.
Hand-to-hand. Now it ain't 52 because if you off on Monday, like if it's Columbus, like if it's Labor Day, you ain't got to fight the goose that week. Like, we give some solace.
But that's still, even if you get all 11 federal holidays, bro, that's still 350 days that you got to fight this goose, bro.
Just imagine waking up on like Martin Luther King Day and the goose outside hold up a sign and say next week. Like,
I'm coming twice as hard.
Coming twice as hard. I got
this week off, nigga. You lucky.
I'm overcharging niggas.
Oh shit!
Overcharging niggas for what they did to the Cold Crush.
Oh my god!
Chuck said, "Is it a saying goose that's learning from every fighter?" Nah, it's just a random goose, nigga. Like every Monday. Matter of fact, you don't even know when it's gonna happen on the Monday. Like it's just, at some point on Monday, a goose is showing up to fight you every Monday. Could be coming back from your lunch break. Could be when you walk out the door. Could be when you get to work. Could be when you leaving work. A goose is gonna show up.
Could be 12 a.m. Like you never know.
Nah, waking hours only. Waking hours only.
Okay.
Bro, I would save so much PTO and sick time for Monday, bro, just to get out of try to fight this nigga. Like, hey man, I ain't gonna be able to.
The goose still gonna be there, nigga. You don't get off just because you all like only if it's a holiday. Only if yeah, I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
But I'm taking a Mike Tyson because after the week after my chest recovers, bro, I got a whole fucking. That's it. You're done for the year with the goose. Like, imagine getting into a sweaty with the goose. Like, you literally nigga beat you like an inch within death, bro. And you got to fight this nigga again next week. Like, come on, man.
Bro, just imagine you just had the roughest Monday at work ever. Or you tired. It's the Monday after Super Bowl Sunday. And you tired as fuck. You wake up to the goose outside like, yeah, what's good? Hope you slept good. I'm probably gonna have to
up your ankles.
I'm probably gonna have to go Iron Mike because the punch might kill me the first time, and then I don't ever have to deal with it again.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Imagine if the goose could kill you, he'd just leave you alive, just fuck you up next week. Like, yeah, bitch, I'll be back.
Like, I ain't even gonna do it to you this time. Next week though. It's on it popping, son. Or you whoop that nigga ass and he like, oh, that's all right. I'm gonna send my big homie here next week.
Oh shit!
You whoop the goose ass, that nigga send a bigger, more fierce goose at you the next week. Like, yeah, nigga.
That nigga run in your pockets, man. Like beat your ass and took your fucking lunch from you.
Just imagine you late to work and then the goose outside, like nigga, you already late. Now the goose here, like, yeah, buddy.
Bro, you got grass stains on your elbow because the goose just fucking folded you up one good time.
yeah. I'm taking the Tyson one because I'd rather just have to deal with it once, nigga. Fight the goose randomly on a Monday, nigga. That's not.
Nah.
Nigga, you waiting to get off work. You got something to do. The goose pop up outside your work office window, like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's up? 5 o'clock. Me and you. Oh shit. Whew.
Oh man.
Chuck, what's your answer, man? Before we log off, what's your answer, Chuck? Assuming you still in here. Whew. Saying geese. Hey, saying goose, nigga. That might be the scariest fucking thing on the planet.
Yeah, I don't even want to imagine that.
You dropped the ghost to within an inch of his life, and that nigga just turned Super Saiyan. Speaking of, all of it, yeah, Chuck said the goose. Speaking of, all of Dragon Ball Z is now on Crunchyroll, coming over from Funimation. Funimation and Crunchyroll merged.
Oh shit!
So all of the Funimation anime is coming over to Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll is probably I think I'm gonna end up watching like over 100 anime this year. I got to go back through my watch list and see, but I think I don't watch the good 15 anime series this year from start to finish.
Yeah, I need to go and get back on the Crunchyroll. I was about to say Demon Time. I'm behind. Like I need to go and finish Demon Slayer.
You got Hulu?
I mean,
because it's on Hulu. It's on Hulu.
I know this is petty, but I got the one with the ads, so I won't be watching it. I don't be liking to watch shit on Hulu.
I mean, I guess
I'm above ads, so
reasonable. But yeah, the new Shenmue anime on Hulu's about halfway through.
Yeah.
I mean, on Crunchyroll's
fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's about halfway through its run. If you played the game, then you know what I'm saying. But he just got to Hong Kong, so I think episode 6 just passed. So that drops on Sundays. 86 came back to finish off its 2 episodes. That is seriously the best anime I've seen since Cowboy Bebop. I'm not bullshitting anybody when I tell you this.
Now what's this?
86. 86. And that is shut up. Here go this nigga Lee hating. # Lee hates everything. Lee, I'm not even gonna recommend this one to you because I don't think you would like it. But like Roddy, I think you would like the character development in this shit is like great. The short version of the story is there's this country called the Republic of San Magnolia, and they are fighting a war against these autonomous drones. And they fight with their own autonomous drones. They all have this society called the Albans, who are white people with silver hair. What they did was they enslaved everyone who wasn't of that race and made them fight in this war. They can script them for 5 years. And if anyone who manages to survive after 5 years, they send them on a suicide mission. And it follows a group that's about to surpass their 5 years and goes into their war. And the main character is a guy who can hear the autonomous drones because they take the heads of people that they kill and assimilate them so they can go past their operating date limit. So they're fighting like the ghosts of people inside of it's real. The character development is phenomenal. Season finale airs on Sunday. I've been reading the novels of it. It's if they keep going, this is going to be up there with like Cowboy Bebop as far as I already have it past My Hero Academia, and My Hero Academia is fire. Seriously.
All right, I might have to get on that.
If the studio does not keep on enslaving these goddamn animators, because they basically had to go on a 3-month hiatus because 2 of the episodes got delayed, so they had to put up recap episodes. Mm-hmm. And so they lost their TV slot time, so they had to wait until March for the TV slots to open back up. So the final episodes are just now airing. I'm on like volume 5 or 6 of the novel. I need to get back on reading it, but
yeah, we losing recipes. Like lock that team in the studio. Give us damn 36 episode seasons back to back to back to back.
Nah. We don't need to do that. We need
that.
Nah, we don't need to do that. But yeah, if you're interested, check that out. Like, and seriously, it's up there for me. Like the last 4 episodes of this season, which has been leading to something, has been it's been phenomenal to watch. Like you might get goosebumps watching it, just to watch the character development and the story that they're telling. And I've been telling Chuck about it since I first started watching it. I caught it right as the first season ended, or the first half of the first season ended, and the second half was about to premiere. So yeah, check that shit out.
Yeah,
you got anything else
on that? Nah, that's all I got.
All right, on last week's episode, Severance, we about to start doing 2 weeks on those.
We back on board for Atlanta. So
I'll be assuming I got to see what's up with my work schedule because I'll be going in the office 3 days a week. So I don't know what hours I should be good to record those either way.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't hold me to this, but we might go live right after the show. Don't hold me to this, but we'll see.
Well, wait, shit, it ain't going be airing on Hulu the same night, is it? Because I ain't got FX.
Oh, nah, not on the same night.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if y'all go live, don't worry about me, but I'll jump on if we're doing it like the day after or whatever. Or I might just have to get FX on Sling. I mean, I can afford it now, but still trying to.
Man, you can afford Sling. I can say that with.
I have Sling. I just have the ESPN version. I would have to switch
over
to the
okay,
FX
you got
version. I don't want to have to pay for both.
You can afford that orange and blue, bro. Like, go.
You're right, but nigga, I'm trying to be cheap. I'm trying to buy a house soon, man. I'm trying to build a fucking studio in the crib. But yeah, so we'll be jumping in on that. Severance is still going on.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch.tv/FeeBabyFee is still on the road to redemption. What's your record now?
15-0. I just beat the nigga Kyle who beat me in the first Super Bowl the other day. So we're on our way. I got to play this nigga Kurt. So if you want to see a funny game, it's gonna be playing him. That nigga
Kurt is hilarious. That nigga sounds like an exaggerated version of a goddamn what's that nigga name? Come on, Maine, Terrence Howard.
Terrence.
Yeah,
Howard.
Come on, man. That nigga talk like that most of the time and be drunk off of 211s and shit in the middle of the day when he ain't working. So yeah, make sure you jump in, check that out. Chuck said he having sweaties against niggas named Kyle.
Hey, Kyle's my guy, bro.
Kyle has been on the show before, man. Well, the old version of this show.
Yeah, the old version, yeah.
Kyle was on Don't Call It a Podcast once upon a time a few years ago. Shouts to Kyle. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Check out the kidswearcrowns.com. Vote in the Dirty Mac poll. Aid into the depravity of the return of Dirty Mac and make R&B great again. That's one of the only ways to do it. But till next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Shouts to Fee and Chuck, Lee and Chuck. 1.